Welcome everyone, my name is Nick, I'm from 2stepsfrombliss.com, and in this video we're going to be exploring 10 meditation tips to really help you to build that habit of meditation and to help you improve and deepen your practice. So first of all, if you do want to learn to meditate, just check out the free meditation starter pack. I've included the link in the video description, so check that out. It's a great resource. It has a free video on how to meditate, a PDF document, a guided meditation, as well as a 30-day calendar checklist and a little mini ebook as well. So first of all, meditation really has so many benefits. You've probably read all about them, but just to name a few, meditation improves our happiness, our well-being, our sense of peace. It also improves creativity, productivity, memory, learning, relationships. It can also reduce stress, anxiety, worry, depression, and so much more. So it really is worthwhile getting involved in this very simple practice of meditation. And while it is simple, when we first start meditation, it can be a little bit confusing. It can be a little bit tricky, and so what happens is that a lot of people give up before they've even really given it a chance. But these tips in this video are designed to help you really persevere with your practice, designed to help you to build the habit into your daily routine so that you can make this a consistent practice in your life, so that you can receive all of those benefits that we've just talked about. So the first tip, manage your expectations. When we first start meditating, a lot of people think that they can just quiet their mind immediately, stop thinking, they think is the only goal, and if they don't do it, they end up getting frustrated, because you will get frustrated. The fact is, it's an unrealistic expectation to think that you can immediately just still your mind. That takes a lot of practice, it takes a lot of time. So at the beginning, all you can really do is just try to focus on the breath, and when the mind wanders, simply bring it back to the breath. Your mind may wander for 30 seconds or a minute, or maybe even more, but as long as you're just continuing to come back to the breath, then you are meditating successfully. Saint Teresa of Avila once said, "A meditation is well done if all you did was fight distraction." And this woman was someone who was meditating pretty much all day, every day, so she knew what she was talking about. But just keep in mind that you don't need to completely quiet that mind in order to have a successful meditation. You know, I always say, imagine if you were learning to play the guitar, learning a language. If you pick up a guitar and expect to play like Jimi Hendrix, then of course you're going to be disappointed, but nobody really does that. We all accept that when we first start playing guitar, we're not going to be that good. It's going to take a long time. But for some reason, when we're learning meditation, we think that we're going to be able to meditate like the Buddha the first time that we meditate, and it's just not possible. So just try to be patient, give yourself a break, because as I say, managing your expectations is a wise choice and will really help you to improve your meditation. Tip number 2, sit correctly. This is actually something that's underestimated. Correct posture is absolutely essential in meditation. We really do need to sit properly. And something that I'll just say here is, if you type into Google meditation or meditation posture maybe, you'll find a lot of people, the vast majority of the people sitting in meditation are not sitting properly. They've got their knees pointing up towards the sky, they're not sitting with a straight spine, and so this is a little bit misleading. The fact is that if you're sitting on the ground, your knees should really be grounded so that you can sit with a straight spine. Okay, so however you do decide to sit, just keep in mind that sitting with a straight spine is absolutely essential. Pull in the lower back, lift the chest, draw the shoulders back, and all of these tips, all of these things will help you to maintain that straight spine. Now you can also decide, are you going to sit in a chair or are you going to sit on the ground? I personally think that sitting in a chair is quite good for beginners especially, and if you're a little bit more flexible, more advanced, or if you just want to give it a go, sit on the ground, but just be sure that you're sitting on a meditation cushion or a meditation bench, and just make sure as well that your knees are grounded and that you're able to keep your spine straight. Tip number 3, prepare well for meditation. Don't just sit down to meditate and hope for the best, thinking that you will be able to go deep into your meditation. It's really important that before we practice meditation, we actually do a few relaxation exercises. If we can start meditation in a relaxed state, then we're going to find that we'll find more and more deeper relaxation, deeper peace within meditation. So do some yoga, some gentle stretching. You can do a simple body scan where you scan the attention through the body very slowly, or just do a simple breathing exercise. For example, inhaling for 4 seconds, hold the breath for 4 seconds, and then exhale for 4 seconds. Very simple exercise like that can really make a big difference in your meditation practice. And as I said already, the more relaxed you can be at the start, the deeper you'll be able to go in your meditation. Tip number 4, stay positive. It's really easy to just get frustrated, annoyed, or restless in meditation. But if we can just maintain a positive attitude, smile, and try to enjoy the practice, then we're going to find that we'll be able to avoid that frustration, which can be a real hindrance to our meditation practice. Okay, so just really try your best to not get annoyed, not get angry when your mind wanders. Just try to be gentle with yourself. And at the end here, I've said be gentle but firm. And by firm, I mean you do want to be disciplined. You do want to not just let your mind wander. But when you do notice it's wandered, don't get all annoyed with yourself and upset and flustered. Just come back gently to the breath every time. Tip number 5, enjoy the stillness. So after we've practiced some of the meditation techniques, at the end we'll leave some time for just complete silence, complete stillness, no techniques, and just try for a few minutes to just really go deep and enjoy that stillness. So many people leave out this part of meditation. They do the techniques and then they get up and get on with their day. But if we can really just leave that time at the end of meditation, that's going to allow us to really go deeper. Some people say that not leaving that time at the end of meditation is like driving all the way to the beach, to the coast, and then just staying in the car and driving home. So give yourself the time to enjoy the ride, enjoy the journey. If you find that your mind is still a little bit busy, which it often will be at the end of meditation, just focus on that gap between the thoughts. There's a space between the thoughts in your mind. Focus on that space and you'll find that that space will expand. Instead of thinking, oh, I'm thinking, oh no, I'm thinking this, I'm thinking that. Forget all that. Just notice the points in between the actual process of thinking and allow yourself to go deeper into that space. Tip number 6, return gently after you've finished your meditation practice. Come back gently to the room, open your eyes slowly, give yourself a minute or two to just bring yourself back. Avoid bouncing up and getting straight back into your activity, jumping onto your email or Facebook. Just get up slowly and maybe do something mindfully, like making a cup of tea, washing the dishes, something like this that allows you to stay connected to the present moment. Okay, tip number 7, live well. Now this is a big topic, a big area, but just try to live in a more mindful, more spiritual way throughout the day. And this is really going to help you to improve your meditation practice. If you're living in a kind of mindless way throughout the day, you will find that it's harder for you to go deeper into meditation. So here are just a few tips. There are, of course, many, many more, but just some of the main things that you'll want to think about. Eating well, not eating too much sugar, meat, heavy foods. Being grateful and contented with your life instead of worrying and being anxious and complaining. Also being disciplined by controlling your desires. Avoiding things like lying, stealing, criticizing other people, cheating, and all these kind of things. As I say, there are many more, and that's a whole topic in itself. But for now, those will do, and just keep in mind to just try and live in this way throughout the day. And as I've said, they're connected. Your meditation and your life affect each other, and the more that you can live a good life, the better your meditation will be, and the more you meditate, the more you'll be able to live a good and spiritual life. Tip number 8, keep good company. In India, they have this word in Sanskrit, it's satsang, and it really means kind of associating with positive people, as well as avoiding negative influences. So if you have a lot of friends who complain and who are gossiping and stuff like that, try your best to kind of avoid them as much as possible, and to associate with people who are going to uplift you, people who are going to help you and be positive. Paramahansa Yogananda once said that environment is stronger than willpower, and I've really come to understand just how important this is in our lives. You really have to be aware of your energy and the energy of the environments you're putting yourself in. And that doesn't just mean the people that you're hanging out with, it includes just about everything. The things that you're watching, the things that you're reading, the stuff that you're consuming on social media, all of these things blend with your energy and you become like that. So it's really important that you put yourself in an environment that is positive and uplifting. Okay, and here's just a few examples of how you can do that. You can go to meditation meetups, or just any meetups really, as long as they're with the right kind of people. Meditation classes, yoga classes. Also, I find it really helpful to get involved in online communities, positive online communities. For me, I'm learning how to build a business online, and that requires a lot of learning, and I've got the most incredible groups and also spiritual communities online as well, which I can interact with every day. And of course, it's not quite the same as being with those people in person, but it's a very good substitute, and it's something that you can get involved in every day. And just be careful to avoid certain online things. As you know, it can get pretty unpleasant online, some nasty comments. If you see stuff like that, just go running. There's no point, don't get involved. It's a waste of your time and it's a waste of your energy. So go the other way. Alright, so tip number 9. Be consistent. Consistency really is the most important aspect of your practice. To be honest, it's the most important tip out of these 10 tips, I think, especially for beginners, because if you meditate just once or twice a week, you're really not going to get that far. You're much better off building the habit. And that doesn't mean you need to meditate for 30 minutes every day. It just means meditate for a few minutes every day so that you can really build that habit of meditation. And from there, you can build up to maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. But if you can meditate for a few minutes every day, then you have won a huge part of this battle of building this meditation practice. I find that visual aids help a lot. If you download the free meditation starter pack, which is included in this video, in the link to this video, you'll find that there's a 30-day calendar checklist which you can print out, and then every day you can check off the checklist, and that will really help you to just kind of continue building that habit of meditation. I find that the days when you should most meditate are those days when you least feel like it. I send out an email. If you join my email list, I send out an email about emergency meditations. And that basically means that if you realize at the end of the day that you haven't meditated that day, then just sit up in your bed for 5 minutes, even just 2 or 3 minutes, and just meditate so that you can check off your calendar, so that you can feel like you've actually done your meditation practice for that day. Don't make it into a regular habit, because ideally you want to be sitting in your meditation space for 5 or 10 minutes every day. But it's just a way of making sure that you don't miss days, is that even at the very end of the day, you're probably going to realize, okay, I haven't done my meditation practice. All I have to do now is sit up for a few minutes on my cushion, and then that's me done. And that helps you to just build that habit pattern in your brain, which is what we're aiming for. All right, tip number 10, final one, practice devotion. At this point, when we practice meditation, a lot of us come to believe in something higher than ourselves. Call it what you like, the divine, God, spirit, consciousness, it doesn't matter. But just try to feel the natural love of your heart and feel gratitude for your life, for this world that you find yourself in. And Swami Sri Yukteswar once said, you cannot put one foot in front of the other on the spiritual path without devotion, which just gives you an idea of just how important it is to feel that sense of love, that sense of devotion in your heart. So what's next? As I've said, if you haven't already downloaded the Meditation Starter Pack, I highly recommend it. It's got a lot of the information included in this video, but you've also got guided meditations, you've got a little mini ebook and other things to help you out. Also, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you want to see more videos like this. And finally, don't wait until tomorrow. Let's start meditating today. You know, there's no time like the present, and we might as well get started as soon as possible. I really hope that this has helped you. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below, and I'll be more than happy to answer those questions when I see them. Alright, that's it from me. I'm Nick from 2 Steps from Bliss. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time.